All right, folks, Yishai Fleisher here in front of Israel's parliament, the Knesset. This is where Israeli policy is determined. So this is a great place to talk about 5 reasons why Israel should assert sovereignty, that is, annex Judea and Samaria and the Gaza Strip. Here we go. So reason number 1 is very simple. We should assert sovereignty over Judea and Samaria and Gaza because it's our land. That's right, it's our historic homeland. We had 2 commonwealths here with the capital in Jerusalem, just like we do have today. We lived in this land. Our archaeology is found in this land. It was recognized as such by international law. That's right, international law actually recognized our rights to this land in 1917, 1920, 1923, etc. They knew that it was our land. Our archaeology is in this land. And so therefore, we should just say to people, it's our land. And by the way, it's not just our land in the past, it's also our land in the present, because we have fought wars, defensive wars, where we gain land. That's an international law principle. We purchased this land, we beautified this land, and as I said, recognize this land. And so therefore, it's very simple. It's our land, and we should hold on to it. And people respect it when you do things that are clear and honest. Okay, the Arabs respect it when you're like, look, it's our land, and we're going to hold on to our land. Everybody respects you. So for the sake of respect, for the sake of truth, let's hold on to our land because it's our land. Reason number 2 is also pretty simple. If it's not us that's going to be sovereign in this land, it's going to be the jihad. We have to stop the jihad. It's a global movement that wants to destroy all freedom-loving countries. It wants to blanket the world with their religion, with their way. And their first stop is to try to destroy and shrink Israel. Okay, they've been trying to shrink Israel since the 6-Day War. Now we got to push them back. We got to make sure that they don't set up a so-called Palestine. They don't want a Palestine. They want to destroy Israel. They don't want 2 states living side by side. They want to get rid of us. And check out October 7th, okay? The Hamas fulfilled their charter's ideology of trying to destroy Israel in toto, and we should not allow them to have any foothold, not in Gaza, not in Judea and Samaria. Right now, if you go to Judea and Samaria, you go to the Arab parts, it's mind-controlled by Hamas. We can't have that inside our borders or on our borders. We got to push back on the jihad in Gaza and Judea and Samaria, and by doing that, not only will we make Israel what it's supposed to be, which is great again, but we're also going to push back on jihadism, which wants to destroy the world. So really, we're a front line of pushing back against jihadism. When you hear the word Palestine, you should know that it's jihadism that wants to destroy not just Israel, but the world. So reason number 2 is push back on jihadism, hold on to your land. Reason number 3 why Israel should assert sovereignty over Judea and Samaria and Gaza, that's for the benefit of all the peoples living there. Israel has shown that only its governance can provide decency and prosperity for all the people living there. That's just our way. We want people to thrive. We don't want to subdue people like the jihad. We want to give them a chance to live and move forward and have upward mobility and go to good schools, have good roads, have good hospitals, and good medicine. Israel can provide that. Anybody living in Gaza and Judea and Samaria that is not Jewish or not Israeli, but wants to live with us in peace, wants to recognize the Jewish state, wants to be a Zionist, wants to be pro-Israel, wants to not be anti-Israel, wants to be post-jihad and anti-jihad, will give them Israeli residency and give them a full and amazing life with upward mobility. Only Israel can guarantee that. It's the only one that has prosperity in this region, except for other countries that have rejected the jihad as well. That's called the Abrahamic Accords. We're going to have the Abrahamic Accords in Gaza and in Judea and Samaria. We're going to give local people an opportunity to live with us peacefully. Those who hate us will have to go, but those who want to have an amazing life and the amazing prosperity that the Jewish state affords can stay there, live there in peace and prosperity. Only Israel can guarantee that. So that's another reason why Israel should hold on to Judea and Samaria and Gaza, because we will provide blessings, prosperity, and governance. Reason number 4 why we should hold on to Judea and Samaria and Gaza and assert sovereignty over it is because of common sense. Just add it all up. Israel, a tiny Jewish state inside a hostile Arab region, needs to defend itself. And when it pushes back on bad guys, it actually gets rid of the jihad, which is bad for the world. And then when we do that, we actually give more opportunities and more decency, more prosperity for more people. So just add it all up and be like, these guys need to defend themselves. They have every right to this land because it's theirs. The bad guys need to be pushed back. And when the bad guys are pushed back, more people have more decency and more prosperity and a better life. So the common sense answer is, it's the Jewish people's land. They defend it. They make it better for everybody. They should assert sovereignty. So you add up all the previous points and just add it together into common sense and be like, you know what? This is just simple. It's just simple, and we should do the simple and right thing, and people will respect and bless that. And finally, reason number 5, the time is now. This is the moment. This is the moment to make change right now. We've already pursued the policies of land giveaway, of the two-state solution, of creating the PA, of funding the Hamas. It doesn't bring peace. It brings jihadism and war and death on both sides, on all sides. And there's no peace. There's only bitterness and sadness and horror. And so now it's time to change directions. After October 7th, Israel's had a wake-up call. Let's wake up to that wake-up call, okay? The call's calling. Let's wake up. And also, there's a new administration in America that wants to change stuff. That's good. That means there's an opportunity. It's an opportune time for change. And how much more can we practice the age-old saying that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting change? There is no change if we do it the old way. Now is the time to assert sovereignty over Judea and Samaria and Gaza and have a better future for the peoples of this region. An Abraham Accords, a strong Israel, and Israel on its land, a prosperous Israel is a blessing for the people of this region, and it's God's blessing. So let's take this moment, this opportunity, and I hope the people behind me at the Knesset realize what an opportunity it is. I realize it. I hope you do as well. God bless you from Jerusalem and the Knesset of Israel, where we're moving forward with Israeli sovereignty. God bless you, and shalom.